Good Wednesday morning. This is the Great Basin Smoke Dispersion Briefing for this Wednesday, December 6th. Looking at precipitation across the Great Basin and surrounding areas the past 7 days. Quite dry across the southern half of the region. These lower shades just a couple of hundredths to a tenth of an inch. Heavier amounts from the northern Wasatch, half inch to an inch, going up to the mountains of Wyoming and Idaho. Bone dry further south. You can see that even with the precipitation across the northern mountains, still that's only about 10 to 25% of normal. So it's been below normal everywhere, and basically near 0% across the southern half of the geographic area. Now that's just for the past 7 days. Looking at even the past 30 days, you can see that the southern half of Nevada, much of western and southern Utah and the Arizona Strip has been basically bone dry at just a few hundredths of an inch of precipitation, which again over the whole past month, basically from just about early November through early December, only about 0 to 25% of normal here on the right-hand side of the screen for our southern areas. And that, of course, extends down into Southern California, where they are currently experiencing wildfire activity. We did have some snowfall in our northern areas the past 72 hours, the heaviest across the northern Wasatch, orange shades anywhere from 8 to 18 inches of snow, and some amounts here in Wyoming, about 6 to 8 inches of snow. Bluish shades, basically 2 to 6 inches of snow. This is a 72-hour total. Most of this occurred basically on Sunday. And looking at our overall snowpack and snow depth, other than snowpack from the recent storm that we had across the northern mountains of Utah, basically snow-free across much of the southern half of the geographic area, even the higher terrain down by Cedar City. Where the snowpack is, the mountains of central Idaho have anywhere from 20 to 40 inches of snow, and across the Tetons, anywhere from 30 to as much as 50 inches of snow depth on the ground. Looking at our satellite imagery, we have strong high pressure building in across the west coast, record warmth across a good portion of California, and the northerly northeast flow around this high is producing northeast winds, which are currently spreading fire activity across southern California. Our western areas will be most under the grip of this high pressure as it builds over the region over the next couple of days. However, looking further to the north, there'll be some disturbances occasionally spilling over, keeping our eastern areas cooler and also a bit more unstable. So here's the map for this afternoon and evening. You can see the high pressure ridge and very dry conditions across our western areas. Still a northerly flow, somewhat more moist air across the east, more unstable as well. That's why we have the best dispersion. We have these areas in white across a good chunk of Utah, southern Nevada or southeastern Nevada. Other areas in the red and purple have decreasing air quality. You can see the transport winds quite strong across southern areas and eastern areas as well, lighter as you head further to the north and west towards that high pressure ridge. Mixing heights lowest under that high pressure ridge. Not much change for Thursday. This high pressure is going to be dominant through the entire week. So again, same story, high building in. You can see how dry that air is at dark brown. That's more typical of August and fire season, which is why we continue to have large fires across Southern California on those Santa Ana type winds. Again, best dispersion southern and eastern areas, worst air quality to the north and to the west. Again, light transport winds across our northern and western areas. Better transport winds, 20 to 30 miles per hour, coming out of the northeast across our southern areas, where we see those orange and purple shades. Mixing heights across the lowest under that high pressure area, best further to the east. Again, not much change on Friday, both in the high pressure and in the overall ventilation index, as well as the transport winds and the mixing heights. And this trend is seen in the Utah Clearing Index over the next 3 days. You can see the air quality gradually decreases as it gets more of that purplish bluish color. So more inversions are likely across the deeper valleys. No significant precipitation over the next 3 days. As we go further down the road, Saturday, high pressure still in control. Again, best dispersion conditions to the east and to the south, worst to the north and west. And as we go Sunday, Monday, there's that high pressure ridge again building Monday and again lingering on Tuesday. Again, best dispersion areas to the south and east, worst dispersion to the north and west. No precipitation for the entire 7-day period. And this pattern continues through the 8 to 14-day period, much warmer than normal temperatures and much drier than normal from December 13th through the 19th. This concludes our smoke briefing. Next one coming up this Friday. Have a great day.